Hello, everyone. Welcome. Yep, and I know, another a surprise evening live, but honestly, man, it works best when, sorry, I just got done. That's why I'm smacking so much here. Just got done eating something. It works best when it comes to me, right? Now, like I said before, there's, uh, there's things that I talk about in the members only area, and then there's things that I only talk about on the free side to you guys today, right? What's up, Dennis? What's going on, man? And so what I do from now, before I used to try to schedule these things, but it's not the same when it hits me at the time it hits me, right? It just doesn't come out the same. It doesn't many points that I come up with don't hit me at that particular time. So now's the time. What's up, Kiara? Now, for those of you that do not know me, my name is LJ Young, and I am a 100% debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them mathematically see outside what I call the debt matrix. And the debt matrix is the place where everybody lives that believes in credit and debt and everything that goes down in value. The debt matrix is a place where money doesn't exist, gold, silver, cryptocurrency, you name it, whatever you can come up with, it doesn't exist. But slaves and who lives in the debt matrix are what's called unconscious slaves. There's conscious slaves and there's unconscious slaves that live in the debt matrix. Okay, the unconscious slaves, they don't know what's happening. They just think everything, they believe debt is part of life and it is what it is, and things happen to you. You're always going to have bills. Those are people that live in the debt matrix. That's where they live. They live inside the debt matrix. And there's also what's called conscious slaves. That now unconscious slaves, the reason why they're slaves is because they don't trust mathematics. If they trusted math, they wouldn't be slaves. But unconscious slaves don't trust math, and they don't even know they don't trust math. They know how to use it, but they don't trust it. They got it. And then there's conscious slaves. They also live in the debt matrix, but they have woken up by trusting math. Now they've woken up and said, oh my God, I trust math. Oh my God, I'm in this much debt. Oh, I need to do whatever it takes to get out of it. And then they become conscious and aware that they're slaves. And then now they're doing everything it takes in their power to pay that debt off to be free, right? Because they know savings minus debt equals the cost of your freedom papers, right? That's that period. That's what it is. Doesn't matter who believes it. Whoever doesn't believe it, they just don't trust math. And normally those are unconscious slaves. Anyway, that's where they live. I lived further there for the first 40 years of my life till I woke up, found Dave Ramsey, started trusting mathematics. Now I'm free. Now, what's up, our cart, Quentin? Tight T, what's going on? What's going on? Now, what's up, citizen? Now, if you're new to the channel and you hear me say slave, I want to make sure something clear, because I try to do things so your feelings and opinions can be removed from it. You know, you probably hear me say slave, and you probably say to yourself, oh my God, I'm not a slave. Who the fuck you think you talking to? All that other stuff, right? Now, I got slave from the Bible. Proverbs 22:7 says, the borrower is slave to the lender. So if you have a mortgage, that means you're a slave. The bank's the lender, you're the slave. If you have a car payment, the bank's the lender, you're the slave. If you have credit card payments, the bank's the lender and you're the slave. It says this clear in the Bible. Okay. I'm not even religious. I'm just telling you guys that who are religious. I'm just telling you where I found my information in the Bible. All right. Now, this is going to be a hard pill to swallow, especially for slaves. You guys don't really get it, but if you follow the math, you'll understand. Okay. Now, remember, anything I say, I'm never, ever wrong, mathematically speaking. Okay. Everything I say will be 100% true. And it doesn't matter how you feel about it doesn't matter how you feel about my mathematical answers. Okay. So when you hear me say something and it's mathematically true, it's like, when I see you get upset, this is why I don't get upset. It's like you're mad at mathematics. I didn't invent it. It makes no sense why they're mad at math. It doesn't make any sense. It was here before I was born. Now, let me. I'm gonna tell you slaves, and I'm gonna show you something that you can't see because you're slaves. You're unconscious slaves. You live in a debt matrix. Okay, so this is how it works. First, it's called a stimulus check for a reason. Now I know you guys are flipping over this $600 coming, and you're about to do whatever, you're about to you about to. It's already. I know you guys are spending it before you even get it. You guys don't even know that $600 doesn't even exist, but you don't even know that. Now, it wasn't a matter of time. It wasn't a matter of if that stimulus check was going to come. It was only a matter of when. That second stimulus check, it had to come. Millions of people are out of work. That second stimulus check had to come. The only people that didn't know it wasn't if it was coming, or didn't believe that it was coming or not, that's unsure, was you. Only slaves believed that that check was not coming. I guarantee you, all the businesses around you, they were already preparing for this second stimulus check to come. Everything is in preparation. The only people that didn't know were you, slaves. Now, they prepare you for this, right? This is what you guys don't see. They stop the interest on the student loan debt. They suspend the payments. You know why? Because they know you're not going to pay it. If they suspend both, guess what? You're not paying nothing. You're going to take that money and you're going to stimulate the economy with it. You think they believe you're going to take that $600 and put it on your student loan debt that you don't even have to pay right now, the monthly payment at least? Hell no, you're not. All they had to do was just announce it, that it was a done deal. As soon as you slaves heard the announcement, you started spending the money before you even get it. They already know that. Pay attention to all the sales that you're going to see go up around you. It's going to go through the roof. This sale, that sale, come over here and stimulus money sale, because they know you guys are like imagine yourselves in a big gigantic barrel just swirling around in there. You guys don't know you're in the barrel, and all the businesses around the barrel are with fishing poles. Imagine them all. Every business has a fishing pole. They just got to know what type of bait to put on the hook to get you to come out, to get you jump on the hook. That's it. And now scammers are going to go through the fucking roof right now. You guys don't even get it. Soon as that announcement was made, scammers already put that in place too. I guarantee you that. They were already in place. All the scams are already in place. Now the go button is here because they announced that the money is coming. Now they push go. $600. What are you going to do with $600? You're definitely not going to put $600 on your bill. You're going to put it down on a credit card. You're going to put it down on a student loan debt. Hell no, you're not. $600. No job, barely pay your rent, can't pay back no bills. What you think you're going to do with that $600? This is going to be your attitude when you get it. Oh man, I can't pay anything with it. I might as well live. This is what slaves say. I only live once. You die, you might as well die having fun. All this made up shit to accept that you're a slave. Only slaves say such things. Because when you say things like that, what you're saying is, hey man, I might as well die a happy slave. That's exactly what you're saying. But you don't know you're saying that. $600? What are you going to do with that? You're probably a few months behind on your rent, behind on your car note, behind on your credit card bills. What are you going to do with $600? You're going to stimulate the economy with it because you're going to say, fuck it, I only live once. That's what you're going to do. They know that. And for all you people out there that let other people claim your kids, and some legit, some not legit, guess what? Whoever you let claim your kids that are also involved in the scam with you, if it was a scam, they're going to keep that money. That money goes to them, and there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. So they're gonna get $600. You're gonna get $600. But guess who's gonna get the money for the kid? They are, and you ain't getting shit. Believe that. You ain't getting it. You ain't getting it back. You're not getting it back. When I say when I say that it was just a matter of time that the stimulus it had to come. It doesn't matter. It's got to come. Or else crime would go through the roof. Crime can That much crime cannot happen. You got millions of people out of work. Well, you think they're just going to look at the kid and say, "Hey, sorry, kid. Sorry, little John. You're just going to have to starve." No. No, that can't. No. Things change. That cannot happen. I feel I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for slaves at this time. Here you are in the middle of a pandemic, job loss. It's Christmas time. Uh, uh, you're probably feeling bad because you ain't got no money to get presents. But slaves don't let no money stop them. They just say, "Oh man, I'll just use the credit card. Oh, the stimulus money's coming. Oh man, that money's coming. Okay, I'll just put that money towards the credit card bill." All the things that they want you to say because you're gonna say it, but you're not gonna do it when that money comes. You're not gonna put it all on the credit card that you spent. You're gonna put maybe $100. You're probably gonna make the minimum payment. That's how it works, slaves. I feel sorry for you guys. I do, man. But it's your own fault. All because you don't trust math. Now I'm gonna hip you up on some game, slave, so you guys can change this behavior. So it can stop. You remember when you were younger and people tried to make you feel stupid if you had to use a calculator, right? If it, they try to make, oh man, you can't do that in your head, and then they make you feel dumb for using a calculator. The opposite is true. If you use the calculator, you'd be smarter than you would be smarter than millions of people that don't. How many cell phones you think are out here on Earth right now? How many you think? Zillion, million? How many billion? How many phones you think? How many of those people you think actually use the calculator app on their phones? I'd probably say 1%. Hell, little we know they probably got some kind of some thing built into the phones to say that counts how many times the calculator app will be used. Do you know how much information? You know what kind of valuable information that would be? If you put a chip or some kind of something inside of each and every cellular phone that would keep log of how many times people actually use the calculator app in their phone, I guarantee you it'd probably be 1% of all the billions of phones. And you're probably thinking, "Oh, LJ, that's stupid. How do you know that?" I'll tell you how I know that. There's trillions of dollars in car loan debt. Trillions. If you used your calculator app, you wouldn't even drive by a car lot, let alone step on one and crack your lips and say, "Finance a car." But guess what's going to happen when the stimulus money comes in? Down payments on cars. They're going to take that $600. Like if you walk on a car lot, I want you guys to slaves. I need you to understand what I'm saying, okay? Because you announce that you're a slave as soon as you say certain things. If you walk on a car lot talking about you want a car because you just got your stimulus check, you're a slave. You are a slave. If you step on the car lot talking about you want a new car because you got your income tax check, you are announcing that you are a slave to the 10th power. You take that stimulus money, you put just you gonna take that money, and they're not really surprised about what your credit report's going to look like. I promise you. They already know your credit. If you walked on a car lot talking about you want a car because you just got your stimulus check, guarantee your credit's bad. Guarantee you got student loans, and I guarantee you got a fucked up credit score. Guaranteed. Now, if you hear me say this and you get upset, I need you to stop and ask yourself, go look in the mirror and say, is it true? Is what he's saying true? Because if it's true, you got to continue to look at yourself in the mirror and say, why am I mad at LJ if his math is correct? Why am I upset? What's up, Jules, Sal, Dave? What's going on? How you doing? See, Ty says, I'm a conscious slave and I'm working on my freedom paper. See? Now, I know you slaves that come in the room, you hear somebody call themselves a conscious slave. You be like, what the fuck? He called himself a slave? Yes. If you don't know if you don't even know how much debt you're in, you're a slave. If you're counting on that stimulus money to get you by, you are a slave. In the situation you're in, what is $600 going to do for you? Absolutely fucking nothing. Nothing. You think you think they believe you're gonna pay bills with that? Hell no, you're not. You're not paying bills with that. You're going shopping. And don't you find it weird that that is coming during the holiday season? Just in time. Just in time. Pay attention to all the sales. Pay attention to your Facebook timeline. Pay attention to all the get rich quick scams that are going to be going on. Check out YouTube. They're all over the fucking place. Have you noticed more and more stars are talking about get your credit straight, do all this other stuff? Those are just businesses to take your money. They're not doing anything. That's why they always have you noticed when they do a credit repair person, they'll put a star up front from the first couple of frames, and then the rest of the frames are just regular people. The stars to get you to join because they paid them. And then you're going to jump on and spend your money. You better believe all that kind of stuff is going to go through the roof since the announcement. Believe that. Savings the $600 I made that on eBay a few weeks ago in less than 4 hours, right? All you got to do is believe in yourself, slave. That's the key. If you want to stop being a slave, all you got to do is just pay attention to what's around you. Here's something else so you can understand. Every time, like if you have a mortgage right now, right? If you have a mortgage, and every time, because it's not mathematically true that you're a homeowner, okay? That's a fact, right? If you have a mortgage, you're not a homeowner. You're not, okay? It's not mathematically true. But anyway, next time somebody ask you, are you a homeowner? I want you to say just like this. I want you to say, not yet. You go fill out the credit application. They ask, are you a homeowner? And don't say yes. Just say not yet. Keep saying it over and over till one day it's going to click in your head and say, how long am I going to say not yet? If you got a mortgage and 10 years later, you still saying not yet, that's a problem. It don't take 10 years to pay off a house. Why do you believe it takes 30? It don't even take 10. But you don't know that, especially if you're a homeowner talking about you can't wait for the stimulus check. You are in trouble. They are going to take full advantage of you. They're taking advantage of you. And now listen, not that they're doing anything bad. I want you to, it's your own fault. The people with money are not doing anything to you. You're doing it to yourself. Here's another example. If you're a business owner and the business of you is not in business, your business doesn't even exist. You are the only one that don't know that. The bank knows that. I guarantee you the bank knows that. And included in the stimulus package, the brand new small business loan, bloggity blah bullshit. They already know who's going to be looking for the loans. They already know who's going to be applying for them. There's going to be only two sets of people that are going to be applying for these small business loans: businesses that know and the businesses that don't know. They know, you better believe, they know exactly which type of people are applying for the loans. I promise you that. They know which ones can pay it back and they know which ones can't. Oh, it's forgiven. You get the small business loan, it's forgivable. Yeah, as long as you follow all the rules. You're not going to follow all the rules because you're in debt. And if you're a business owner swimming in debt and you're not going to take that money and use it with all the guidelines, what they say in there. I promise you, you're not. You're gonna take it. You're gonna pay some bills, some personal bills. You're gonna buy some food. You're gonna do some other stuff. You're not gonna do it and then one of those rules are broken. Guess what? It's not gonna be forgiven anymore. You better believe that. You better read the fine print. What's up, D Rock? Citizen Lou says that's $600 going right to my student loans. See, that's, you know why, Citizen Lou? Because you just got some money. You just got some money that's going to help you pay off debt, and you didn't even have to work for that $600. Slaves don't know right now is the time to pay off your student loan debt. Right now. But slaves think the opposite. Oh man, I don't have to worry about that bill for right now, and no, the interest ain't being accrued right now. I be seeing that kind of stuff on YouTube channels. You got these reputable looking people, financial people telling you this. Oh my God, hey, I was watching this one YouTube channel. I'm not going to call out no names, okay? Because what they're doing is legal, okay? Whatever a business is doing is legal. I'm not talking shit about it, whatever it is, right? But I went to this one channel. This dude and his wife is on this channel. And then all of a sudden he announces, "Hey, by the way, the student loans non-payment interest got extended to 21. You could save even more money." Now, what are you talking about? Save more money? Slaves, you can't save money. It's 100% mathematically impossible to save money while you're in debt. That's impossible. You can't do that. You better stop listening to people that think they can to break the laws of mathematics and save money. They can't break the laws of mathematics. Nobody can. I read what you know. Okay, I don't watch the news. I don't watch the news. I don't follow politics. I don't do none of that stuff, man. I don't do none of that. But I want you to understand something. This thing, Trump fighting and wants to sign, don't want to sign the bill. That's all a front. It doesn't matter how he feels. Okay, it doesn't matter. He's angry. Those are when you guys see feel. Okay, this is the thing. You got to pay close attention. Anytime you see the president do something and you see some feelings involved, don't pay attention to that part. Okay, don't pay attention to that part. If you see it looks like, oh man, if you catch yourself saying, oh man, he's just not signing it because he's mad, that has nothing to do with nothing. That's nothing to do with business, nothing. This will happen. Okay, it's happening. Nothing can stop it. How do I know this? Millions of people are out of work. Millions. What's up, Reese? Kiera? And who are the taxpayers? Slaves are taxpayers. Now, I know you're probably thinking, what the fuck you talking about, LJ? You have to pay taxes too. That is true. Of course I do. but not the same way as you. Everybody has to pay. This is what I always heard in the debt matrix, right? Everybody has to pay taxes. You know what somebody didn't say to me? That's true, but not everybody pays taxes. We don't pay taxes the same way you do. People that understand money don't pay taxes the same way slaves do. So when you say, "Hey man, the taxpayers are going to pay it back," that's true. The slave taxpayers are going to pay it back, not the people that understand money. What's up, retired? I'm telling you, man, you guys are about to get taken full advantage of. Shout out to Donovan One for the $5 super chat. Thank you. The word slave is now motivation to me. See, I like to hear that. They probably looking at Donovan Wood saying this. Is like, is that dude crazy? The word slave motivates him? What? You guys don't know. You know why? Because you don't get it. You know what the best kind of slave to have? The slave that don't know they're a slave. That's the best slave to have. The slave that doesn't know they're a slave, that don't trust that don't trust mathematics, and don't even know that they don't trust mathematics. That's the best slave to have, and there are millions of them. Millions. Trying to catch up here. Hold up. Let me get up here. What's up, Andre? That's true, but that's all the front. He says that's too much pork to foreign. That's not gonna. It's not. I mean, there might be some changes in it. Don't get me wrong, but the check. I'm just talking about the check part. Put it this way, okay? And I want you to pay close attention to what I'm about to tell you, slave, so you can understand something. All right? If you don't know how much debt you're in, do not worry about the other stuff that's within that stimulus plan. It has nothing to do with you. I'm going to say that one more time. If you don't even know how much debt you're in, don't worry about what's in the stimulus plan. It has nothing to do with you. The only part you worry about that you keep your focus on is the $600. That's it. That's why it's there. That's why it's pennies. It's really nothing. But you will focus on that $600. That's the only thing you need to focus on. No, I didn't. I don't read it. You know what? I don't really. I don't really concern myself with that. I just don't pay attention to stuff like that. And now, if it has something to do with, and now when I get more worldly financed, right? I will look into why they are sending money to foreign. And I haven't even read it. I'm just going by what you're saying here. When I see something like that, if that's truly inside of the new amended stimulus, blah blah blah, right? The only thing I'm concerned is why are they doing it? I guarantee if you look into the why, you will find the reason why. And it's always about money. It's always about money. Business owners getting the real stimulus money, way more than $600. The tax write-offs are insane. See? And you guys don't even, slaves, you guys don't even know what's about to come. You have no idea the tidal wave that's coming next year, the year after that. Nothing's going to stop that tidal wave. The only thing that could prevent that tidal wave coming, the $5 trillion have to fall out the sky. There's about to be a crash bigger than ever before that you ever seen in your life. It's about to come, and the only thing can probably stop it is trillions of dollars, and that's not going to happen. They barely got 900 billion. And landlords get their DI rent payments for the back and future rents. Wow. No car, no to mortgage here. I will buy a backwash filter for the iron to clean my well water. I'm not sure what that is. Andre says stimulus checks are debt. Thank you for your participation. Yes, it is. let me tell, and I know you don't. I know you guys don't really understand what I'm gonna say to you, slaves. But money doesn't exist for you. It doesn't exist for you. Add up all your savings. Add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have in your life right now today. If that's in the negative, money doesn't exist for you. So when you see the $600 check, do you think it exists? It doesn't exist. Put it this way. Go like this, okay? So you slaves can get it, because I know this is a big, huge, ginormous red pill to swallow, but I want you to pay attention to this, okay? Say like the stimulus check was given to you in cash, okay? Now you have this $600 in your hand, holding it, smelling it, ready to spend it. Now I want you to go $600 minus your student loan debt equals how much money you have in your hand, that you actually have in your hand. Okay. $600 minus your student loan debt equals how much money you have in your hand. Now, here's the glitch in the debt matrix. Okay. If you still believe you have $600 in your hand, you will remain in the debt matrix until you're dead. You will die an unconscious slave in the debt matrix. But if you realize the $600 is not in your hand, that's step one to becoming free. That's step one closer to your freedom papers. To be here is not free. It costs money to be here. Where I'm talking to you from outside the debt matrix, it costs money. Everybody has a cost. Savings minus debt equals your cost. That's your price. You want your freedom papers? Like, I have my freedom papers. I earn these papers. Now, if you're still waiting on that auto deposit, you ready to see them electronic numbers change inside of your bank account? Or you're waiting for that paper check to land in the mail so you can run to some check cashing place so they can take a percentage of it and give you the rest of money that doesn't exist? It exists for people that understand money. It just doesn't exist for you. I'm gonna give you one more example. Say like Say like you were standing in front of me doing this example, and I'm telling you from face to face, right? The $600 minus your student loan debt equals how much money you have in your hand. And then you take that same $600 and hand it to me. And then I go $600 minus no student loan debt equals how much money I have in my hand. How much do I have in my hand? $600. I hand that same physical smelling green, brand new crisp bills back to you in your hand, and poof, it disappears. You hand it back, it reappears. The transition between your hand and my hand, that's where the glitch is in the debt matrix. That's where the glitch. Soon as imagine a movie where you put your hand through a mirror and it's got some electricity and going through the other side of the universe, whatever. All these movies that make up, imagine that. Because you live in a different universe than I do. You live in a debt matrix. I live outside the debt matrix, and other people like me. I don't spend much, especially on things I don't need, things I want to that won't improve myself. That just naturally happens. Andre flew in on his spaceship. He think he's so cool because he got a spaceship. Motherfucker PCA. He's take that spaceship. You remember the guy that spent his first stimulus check on a billboards for girls to call him, man. What's up, reigning woman? I don't know what I missed. You getting here. I am glad you are on listening while doing evening routine. Hey, LJ, hey, everyone. What's going on? And I'm glad to have you join too, Rainy Woman, and the new people in the background. Welcome. Great facts, LJ. You better know how to use the calculator, or else I suggest you always use a calculator. Always use a calculator. I guarantee you this: if you're a slave thinking about taking this stimulus check and going to put it down on the down payment of a new car, this is what I want you to do. When you go there, I want you to use your calculator. Okay. So when they sit you down, so say like this: when they sit you down, they keep getting up from the desk and going to the back and talking to the Wizard of Oz with the superhuman monthly bill suggesting powers. Can you pay 500? What about 600, 650? What do you work? They always get up and pretend they're going to talk to somebody. They're not talking to anybody. That's a trick. Okay. When you sit down at the table and they say, "Hey, man, we got you a deal. We got in your price range." You say, "For how many months?" Okay. You say, "Did I get this car on sale?" They go say, "Yeah, you got that car on sale." And then they say, "Hey, we got you a deal, man. We got you at this rate, at this percentage rate for 72 months." Then I want you to say, "Oh, 72 months? Yeah." Then all of a sudden you just pull out your calculator and add up how much that car is going to cost you after 72 months. And then you tell me, did you get it on sale or not? What did that $600 do you put down on the car? Nothing. It didn't do nothing. Just went in somebody's pocket. That's it. $600. That's nothing. They're making 20 times that after you finance it. It is. And I don't cut you guys. You guys new to this channel. I'm not a big cusser. I don't use I don't use swear words as filler words. I use those to stress points in my statement so you can understand the seriousness of it. If you walk on the car, if you come on, like, check this out. Okay, this is what you guys don't know. All right, this is what you can't see. I'm gonna take you through it. You step on the car lot. You coming in, you say, "Hey, man, I'm ready to put this money down for. I got my stimulus check." You already told them everything they need to know about you and your finances. And then you walk into these car places. You know how they got the kitties. You know how they got the kiddie station set up for your kids to play because you're gonna be there all fucking day to buy one car. 8 hours to buy one car. Only slaves do that. Only a slave would waste 8 hours of the time in their life to purchase one car for 72 months. And then when they run your credit and they see how old your student loans, you're gonna have 10, 15-year-old student loans, right? 10, 15. And then they're gonna look at your kids playing, and then they're gonna know right away that your student loans are older than your kids that are playing out in the front. They're gonna financially abuse you. Do you understand that? How long they had the student loans? 10 years? How old those kids look? About 2 or 3. They got student loans older than their kids? Yeah, they ain't never paying this car off. How you know that? Because they didn't pay off their student loans. You really believe you think you're gonna pay a car off in 7 years and you haven't paid off your student loans in 15? Only you believe that. They're gonna financially abuse you. Shout out to Michael Rambo for the $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. Loving this late stream. Something different. Yeah. I think what it is, Mike, it's I bring it when I feel it, man. When people come to me with this stuff, and you guys know who you are, okay? Andre's one of them, man. They know to put something on a fishing pole, send me something. They know I'm gonna bite. They know I'm gonna bite. That's why I don't click on it until I'm ready to sit down and read it. Because I know once I read it, that's it. $600 enough to your PS5 retail. Oh man. Believe that, man. Hey, the fishing poles are out. Amina says, my grandma refinanced her home for another 30 years. She had it since before I was born. She told me, whatever I do not buy a single family home. And see, buying a single family home has absolutely nothing to do with what she's done. Nothing. It doesn't mean anything. Unfortunately, obviously, somebody just didn't nobody shared her with the information that I'm sharing with you guys today. That's it. It's nothing. And when you understand this knowledge that I'm showing, because I'm telling you, let me tell you, you guys that are new to my channel, let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you something. This is a financial superpower. I have X-ray vision through all the financial bullshit out there. X-ray vision. You want me to tell you my superpower? I trust mathematics and millions of people do not. It's a financial superpower. How do I know this? There's trillions of dollars in car loan debt. If all those millions of people knew what I knew, car loan debt wouldn't exist. How do I know that? Because I don't have a car loan. Trillions of dollars in student loan debt. Trillions with a T. Millions of people, 45 million people in student loan debt. If they knew what I knew, student loan debt wouldn't exist. How do I know that? Because I don't have student loan debt. It's a financial superpower. I can see through all the bullshit. If you guys could see all the financial phonies on YouTube right now, oh man, you guys would be just so disgusted with yourself. You would. Those same people know this stimulus money is checked. They're ramping up. You guys are about to spend that money. Believe that. What's up, Jimmy? So loving the recharge. I miss Sunday school. I miss Sunday school. I like that. That's funny. Hyphy is not attracted to liabilities. Hyphy, say something. You say something back there, Hyphy? Were you talking to me or somebody else? Jewel says, a guy told me he was a homeowner still paying on the mortgage. Then he said, I don't know what the definition of homeowner means. I'm redefining it. Stay single, my friend. I know you. Ain't that funny when slaves say that? Oh man, you're not saying it right. I'm not saying math right. What do you mean? There's only one way to say math. There are no multiple ways. There is one way. There is always the opposite. Okay, you gotta remember. We believe mathematics on the positive side. Slaves believe mathematics on the negative side. That's where they live. They think everything adds up in the negative when nothing adds up in the negative because the negative doesn't exist. People better put that money away because there is more income they will tax. I mean, taxes. You got to remember like this. This is what slaves don't know either. They don't know that everything they buy, they finance. Okay, this is mathematically true. If you have no money, like add up your savings, add up your debt. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. That's going to be in the deep, deep negative. So everything you buy, you have no money. It's showing you right there. But everything you buy from that point on is financed because you must borrow the money to buy it. And if you don't have the money to buy the item, you don't have the money to pay for the taxes to buy the item either. So not only are you paying for the price of not only are you financing the item, you're financing the taxes too. The price of the item, you're financing the taxes too. When you finance taxes, that's called a phantom tax. That's the type of tax that they tax you for not knowing, for not trusting math. They tax you for that. So you got really tax on top of tax. There's one tax you can see. There's many taxes you cannot. I'm just telling you about one of them. Xavier says, if you jingle bells in December, you juggle bills in January. I like that. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's pretty good. Shout out to Mike Williams for the $4.99 super chat. I cut off all slave friends. Wow. Okay. My life been more peaceful. My school looked at me crazy that I'm already trying to pay the loan before I finish. See what I'm saying? They're like, what are you doing? You breaking the mold. Exactly. That's weird. Why is he doing that? They're looking at you like an alien. Okay, Mike, that's how aliens get looked at. Now, we got pretty much all of our SMD family members. We're aliens, right? Okay, we're aliens. Some of us like to go out in public and take our mask off in front of slaves. I don't do that. When you guys hear me talk on the mic, I don't go out in public and talk like that. I don't want slaves seeing me. I wear regular clothes, nice shoes, just regular pants, drive a regular car. I don't want slaves looking at me. No, no, I'm not saying nothing. Oh, are you a homeowner with a mortgage? Yes, I am. Okay, I guess you are then. Whatever. Hey man, check out my new car, man. It's got this and that. It's got the Hemi. It's the Hellcat. Blockety blah. You finance it? Yeah, man. It ain't nothing, but it's only $1,000 a month. Okay, cool. Shit, whatever. Can I ride in it? Yeah. Ooh, the leather smells nice. I'll go right along with you. I don't care. But I'm not gonna say, "Hey, man, this is not your car. You financed it. The reason why you financed it, the reason why you're making payments is because you couldn't afford the car. That's why you make." I can't say I cannot say shit like that to slaves. They'll look at me. They'll look at me like a what? An alien. I'm not doing that. No, sir. Scratch that, hyphy Andre. Scoop me up with your spaceship. Sorry, what? Hyphy got a spaceship too? Andre, you selling spaceships? You and Hyphy did a background deal or something. What's up with that? Can I get it? Can I get one of your old used spaceships that maybe go, one or two light speed? I appreciate it. Exactly. I'm set apart. It's all scripted. It's all scripted. It's all scripted. Oh man, huff and puff. This is what you gotta. This is what you gotta remember. Okay, like okay, for example, when they say, "Hey, some politician says, "Hey, we're gonna eliminate student loan debt," and then you know what you slaves do? You guys get all hyped up and like, "Oh my God!" You guys say it on Facebook, on social media all the time. "Oh my God, I really hope they wipe out student loan debt. They're really gonna help me a lot." You know that. They say that just to say they just say that to get you feeling the way you're feeling because two things happen. First, slaves hope it happens. Two, believe it or not, slaves sign up for school believing that their student loan, they'd say, "Hey, I might as well sign up for school. My student loan debt's going to be forgiven." That's what they do. That's how they make slaves. When all you got to do is really take a step back and say, when's the last time they forgave student loan debt? Never. And they never will. That's how they create slaves. That's why you can't bankrupt student loan debt. How do you think they make slaves? They let you make yourself. All of us, hey man, every single one of us have had a friend that always goes to school. There's always in school for something, and they got all these degrees and they don't work in any of the fields that they went to school with. None of them. What you doing? Hey man, I got a psychology degree. I got this major, that major. Hey, what you doing? Oh man, I work at the gas station. You'd be like, what? Those people have to go to school. You know why? You know why they call them forever students? Because they can never pay their student loans back. And as long as they keep going, they don't have to pay the student loan. But as soon as they stop, they have to start paying. Those slaves think they can really go to school for the rest of their lives. They really believe that one day you're going to have to stop. And then when you turn around and realize that you got two, three, $400,000 in student loan debt, you're gonna die a slave. Guaranteed, you're dying a slave. There is no way you can get out from under that much student loan debt. No, sir. None. And if you're a person in 100, 200, $300,000 in student loan debt, and you're waiting for their stimulus check to come, you are in deep doo doo. Deep, deep. I know you guys be. I know these. You notice how big these relationship channels are come. They're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. All you got to. You guys just don't know how to filter through the so-called high value people. If you hear anybody talking about the stimulus check and they can't wait to get it, they're in debt. Those are slaves. If you come across somebody in $200,000-$300,000 student loan debt and they're not talking about paying it off, they're gonna die a slave. Are you gonna legally tie yourself to a slave? Fuck no, you're not. I don't care what they look like. I don't care what they drive. You're not going to care what they drive. You're not going to care where they live. You're not going to care what kind of job they have. You're going to say, hey, what are you going to do about those $300,000 in student loan debt? And they turn around to you and say, nothing. All you got to do is look around. If they have a mortgage and they have a car payment and they're going on vacations and they're just doing all this other stuff, and you know they have $300,000 student loan debt, all that stuff you see them doing, that should tell you that they don't have any intentions of paying that student loan debt off. They're going to die a slave. I guarantee you, whatever infatuation you had for that person, how they look, how good the sex was in bed or whatever, it's not going to matter to you. You're going to say, hey man, I'm in bed with a slave. Yes, you are. You're in bed with a slave. They're going to die a slave. Are you going to die a slave with them? It's totally up to you. High value people are not going to be worried about the stimulus, $600 stimulus check. This is what you guys, if you're a slave, this is what I want you to pay attention to. Okay. When you start talking about the $600 stimulus check around your friends, when you're talking about them, I want you to, as you talk about the $600, I want you to scan your friends, see which one is not saying shit. Pay attention to the one that's going to be looking at the ground as if they don't want to participate in this conversation. That's the friend you need to be paying attention to. You need to be looking at that friend and say, damn, they're not saying anything about it, because it doesn't matter. They know slaves only talk about that kind of stuff. Yes, they are. They're going to put that on PS5. Believe that. My loan company doesn't want to take payments. I'll call them up and say, you ain't got no options. There's no option. What you mean you don't want to take payments till next year? Hey man, this is what you do. You make sure they put that on record too. You make sure you email them and tell them, hey, I want to pay you. Please reply to me. Don't do it over the phone. Make sure they reply to you in a letter. Okay, saying they don't want to accept payments at this time, whatever they're doing, because you can't force them, right? But you make sure you say to them just like this, hey man, I want to pay on my student loans or whatever loan you're trying to pay on, and then let them refuse payment inside of a letter, inside of an email. Tax sovereign, that's what I'm trying to get. James Sandman says, LJ, what's up with you pulling up your mask? I don't pull it down. I'm not pulling my mask down in public around slaves. I'm not doing that. If the president is just signing it due to being mad, then you were mad that he wasn't signing it prior. Jokes on the on you, rascal. Exactly. You mad. Ain't nobody mad. This is business. When I see the president do stuff that looks like feelings, I don't pay attention to any of that stuff. If he says something on Twitter that just doesn't make sense, I don't pay attention to that. I don't, it has nothing to do with anything. Yes, slave is motivating. Sure is. Very motivating. What's up, Aaron? I said apart says 9 to 5 workers pay the most in taxes. Businessmen know what deductions to take before they take them. And I want you to understand something. I'm set apart too. Don't assume that because somebody's in business, they're going to know the type of business that we talk about in here. Okay. So if you know, put it this way. If you know somebody with a business, I want you to ask that person, hey man, you still paying on your student loans? If they say yes, that's not the business advice that you want. If their student loans are older than their business, do not take business financial advice from that person. Do not. You might be able to pick up the whole block. Must be talking about some real estate stuff here. Charles says, I follow a realtor that specializes in South Florida homes, and he was saying a lot of people will be evicted because they aren't paying their mortgages. He was saying the court's about to be backlogged. Oh yeah. I keep telling you guys don't even know what's coming. The slaves can't see it. They so busy focused on that check. Jewel says, I don't worry about things I literally cannot control, completely out of my see. And I'm glad you brought that up, Jewel. I want you guys to understand that's how SMD family members live. We don't worry about things that we don't control. I don't worry about, I don't even think about it. I don't think about none of that. You think I'm gonna go out here and say, hey man, I'm going to the store anyway. I'm not wearing my mask. You can't, no, I'm not doing any of that. People will see I'm an alien. I'm just gonna put my mask on, go get my stuff, and leave. You think I'm doing any of that? No, I'm not doing none of that. Josh Ox says most people won't use it to pay bills. They will use it to buy more useless stuff. That's what they're going to do. What's $600 going to pay? This is you guys got to understand the psychology behind it, right? They know if people are months behind on their rent and bills, car payments, whatever, right? What's $600 going to do? Nothing. So that's exactly how the slave is going to look at it. Oh man, this $600 ain't going to do nothing. So they're going to spend it on whatever. Oh man, I might as well, give my kids a good Christmas, even though, everything else was bad around me. Yeah, okay, well, whatever, slave. Just do what you need to do to stimulate the economy. That's it. I'm so glad I don't have car payments. Oh yeah, man, please. No, sir. In the movie The Matrix, Neo says there's no spoon. That equals there is no $600. There is no spoon. There's so many things in that movie that people don't understand, that will never understand. And I always try to help you guys understand something. The movie The Matrix did the best way they could to kind of show you what is. Because what I'm showing you, I can't show you and say, hey, that's it. It's red. It's that shape. It's that tall. It only hangs downtown at 6 o'clock. You can't see it. But you can put on your glasses and put on your math glasses by opening up your app in your phone, and you could see it. Man, hey, I ain't lying, man. I feel sorry for you slaves, man. They about to take you to, ooh. See? You know what you do? I keep saying it, Donovan. You know what you're doing? You're going out in public and you're pulling down your mask. Hey, man, you guys do that all you want. Hey, man, hey, don't get me wrong. Thank you for sharing Savings Minus Debt. I appreciate it. I really do. I'm not discouraging, but hey, when I get some t-shirts, I'm gonna get these t-shirts made. Okay, I'm on these t-shirts now. I'm gonna get these t-shirts made. That way, you guys can wear the t-shirts, and you don't really have to talk so much. All right, now, and only the people that will be because they're going to be things on there that's going to make people think. There's going to be statements on these shirts that's going to make them come up and ask you. It's going to make them. Me too. I want one too, Nick. I want a spaceship. Slaves can't detect me. My neighbor just bought a 75-inch 4K OLED Samsung for $2,800, but the one he had was 65 inches and looked just as good as the 4K one. This person always trying to show, yeah, they'll be like that till they're dead. Spaceships can only be paid with cash. Damn it. Andre, I got an 850 credit score though, man. Hey man, I got an 850 credit score. Can I get okay, tell you what. Can because I know your spaceship goes to infinity light speed. Can I get the spaceship that just goes 1 or 2 light speed? Can I finance that one? 500,000 plus tissue paper. Sal says we are in the spaceship right now, but the slaves are empty upstairs, straight up space cadets. Rainy Woman says it's funny that people would believe they're going to have student loan forgiveness when the college degrees and higher education was unnecessarily created from the start to trap us. And you know what's so crazy is that they think they know you slaves have given up. Now, and this is a hard red pill to swallow, okay? They know you have given up on ever paying off your student loan. So if you're a person right now, I want you to be honest with yourself, okay? Be honest with yourself. Do you really believe you're going to ever pay off your student loans? If the answer is no, That means that's where they have you. If the answer is no, you will forever be a slave. They have you. That's why they can say student loan forgiveness programs. Student loan forgiveness programs, those are slave camps. They tell you where to work, how long you're going to work, and how long you're going to work, and the pay you're going to work for how long. And then you got all these rules. You got all these rules to abide by during that whole 10-year process. Because right there, if you believe in giving up 10 years of your life to pay off one student loan, they already have you. Are definitely a slave, right? And then at the end, even during the process, they say to you, they promise you nothing. 98% of the student loan forgiveness application got denied. Maybe 1 or 2% got forgiven. And guess what happens to those 2% of people that get forgiven? They got to pay taxes on the forgiven amount. They're not going to let you go for scot-free, slave. You borrowed the money and you need to pay that shit back. Did you notice the student loan freeze wasn't extended? Interest kicking back in January 2021. I didn't even pay it. See, I don't even read it. You guys know how much money you're going to be owing? Oh my God. You're not even, listen, this is how it works so you guys can get it, slaves. Okay, listen. When the payments and the interest kick back in, there's still going to be millions of jobs lost. You're still not going to have a job. Guess what? You're not going to be able to pay it. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to put it in forbearance, where the interest is going to continue to accrue. And then they're going to have, hey, you can put your stuff in forbearance if COVID-19 affected you. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to do it. And you're going to keep putting it in there, and you're going to keep putting it in there, and keep putting it in there. And guess what? You're going to be a slave until you're dead. That's it. That's how it's going to work. Make those principal payments in before Jan. Look at Cosmic. Look at her talking alien. Hey, Andre, Hyphy. Look who Cosmic thinks she's talking to. Cosmic don't even know she's just talking to us. They don't understand what you're saying, Cosmic. Look at Cosmic. Hey, get those principal payments in before principal payment. What's that? Principal who? The principal at my school? Who are you talking about? I've been out of school, Cosmic. I haven't had a principal since high school. That $600 oh yeah, it's already gone. It's already gone. They are using forbearance to seize properties. You better believe it. In my opinion, hey, I'm gonna just tell you guys this straight up. In my opinion, I think they're just using small business loans to buy up all the real estate. Because you guys are not going to be, listen, slaves, listen, especially you small business owners that are depending on this money to survive. Those days are done. Business before 2020, how you did business before, those days are done. That's never coming back, ever coming back. You're not going to be able to pay the PPP. Millions of people out of work. Where you think the money comes from? Customers. If they're not working, they're not buying. You're not going to be able to pay the money back. You're most definitely not going to follow the rules, and the loan is not going to be forgiven. That's already said and done. They knew that the day you applied for the loan, because they already knew you were going to apply for the loan, because they knew you've been in debt for years, well before 2020, well before. Grace Philimi says, confession time. I am ashamed to say, but working free now. I'm ashamed to say, but working for free now as I listen to you. My debt payoff will be in March 2021. Oh, the shame. Gracefully me. Let's put it this way. You got to realize this, okay? I want you to understand, and I want you to take that as shame and turn it around. I want you to, okay, so we can just go over your statement. I'm ashamed to say, but working for free now as I listen to you. That statement alone, you just said something that millions of people around you do not know. They don't know they're working for free. What you just said is step one to your freedom. It starts mentally. You know that you're working for free. Now, what I want you to do so you can encourage yourself and understand what you just said. I want you to ask 10 of your friends and say, "Hey, do you know you're working for free?" They're going to say, "What are you talking about?" Ask your next friend, "Hey, you know you're working for free?" They're going to say, "What are you talking about?" You are the only one that's going to know. So don't feel ashamed that you know this. That's step one. Okay. And you have a date of when you're going to pay off your debt. Ask 10 of your friends, do they have a date to when they're going to pay off their debt? They're going to say, "What are you talking about? What do you mean? What do you mean pay off debt? Debt is just part of life. I know you think that, slave." Yes, and they are beginning to call in oh, fuck me. Call in loans? Woo. Sal says the aliens are the real Splinter Cells and double double O sevens moving in silence. Yes. You guys want to hear some next level stuff? The alien, I want you know the aliens that you see on TV and in movies and stuff like that? When have you seen one of those in real life? Have you ever seen an alien in real life? No, they don't exist. We look like you. We're in front of you every day. We're some of your friends. We're some of the people you talk to on social media. With them, but you can't see us. We can see you though. And we don't look like what you see on TV. That's not true. I've never seen an actual alien in my life because they don't exist. Well, they do exist. We're here. Son of Israel says, "Son, did I mention this is this to did I mention excuse me. I did mention this to my dad. He's like me. Only debt he has is his house." Okay. LJ, I'm not gonna lie. I'm rubbing my hands, chilling in the dark corner, waiting. Look at her. Can you just picture Cosmic in a dark corner right now with a hoodie over her head. The whole room is dark with just a flicker of a candle, and she's just rubbing her head and rubbing her hands in the corner. Now, if anybody walk by her at this moment, they would look at her like, "What's that crazy lady doing in the corner? What's that crazy lady doing in the corner?" Little did they know she's about to get some millions. That's why she's rubbing her hands. Taxes are still due on those mortgages that's in forbearance by the end of the year. Taxes are always due. John says, "I'm so happy I paid my wife. I'm so happy I paid my wife and my student loans off except for the 2,500 that will pay it off. I am so happy I paid my wife." Well, I don't know what that means. I paid my wife. What that means, John? What that mean? I don't get the "I paid my wife" part. LJ, we're going to see a lot of people getting arrested. I read an article saying FBI is only 10% in investing PPP loan fraud, 90% to go. Oh yeah. Scammers. Hey, check it out. Scammers, slaves. They know you're going to steal. They know you're going to steal the money. They know that as soon as you apply and put down your as soon as you put down your social security number on the application, they pretty much know who's going to steal the money. They already know. What they do is just going to let you bury yourself stealing the money. And guess what? Not only are they going to get back the money you stole, they're going to get back interest and penalties. So they're going to get back more money than you took. You guys get that? You guys, I know you guys don't see that because listen, whatever you do, whatever scam you do, whatever you okay, this is what you get. This is what you guys got to understand, slaves. Slaves, you guys are unconscious. Unconscious slaves don't trust math, and they don't trust math. So they already know who's going to steal the money and who's legitimately getting the money. They already know. When you steal the money, everything you do will not make mathematical sense when they investigate you. Nothing what you do will make mathematical sense. The only person that doesn't know that is you. You can hire all the lawyers you want. You can hire the best lawyer, tax attorney in town. What's a tax attorney going to do for you? They're going to change math. They're going to they're going to change the laws of mathematics for you or something. Nobody can do that. Not even the best lawyer in the fucking world. If they're going to come in, they're going to walk in and say, "Hey, look, thief, this is our math." And you got to say, they're going to say, "Oh, this is our math. Show us your math." Their math is their math is going to be right. You know why? Because they gave you the money. They know how much money they gave you. And then once your math doesn't match their math, and then guess what? They're going to fucking own you till every single penny plus penalties and fees is paid back. They're going to own you until you're dead. They're going to take that money because you don't even know you're in debt, right? Add up your savings. Put it this way: add up your savings, add up your debt. Yes, including your mortgage, student loans, collections, credit card debt, car loan debt, all of it. And then go savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. And then when you apply for that student loan forgiveness program, not student loan, but the PPP money, and then you do it for fraud, they catch you, that's what they're going to do. They're going to take the money that you stole, and then they're going to add it to that large negative number that you have already, plus penalties and fees. And you're going to be buried so deep, they're going to own you until you're dead. You see how that works? If you believe you have to pay bills forever, you'll be at your job forever. Exactly. Champ says, "What's up, fam? You try to help people understand, even family. My mom wants a new dining room set, and nothing's wrong with the one she has now." Exactly. You know what you say? No, mom. No. I meant to say my wife. Oh, my wife and I. Okay. I was like, I paid off my wife. I was like, what the hell kind of arrangement is that? No, I'm just messing. My wife and I pay off student loans except one that is 2,500. Okay, cool. And that one is getting paid off. See, I like that. You have dates and times. I like that. Thank you, Hyphy. And by the way, Hyphy and I were talking about we're gonna we're coming up this Christmas Eve at 6 p.m. I'm not sure if he announced it in the Discord server, but I'll be announcing it soon. We're going to have SMD family members, and we're going to reach out to the SMD family members. If you haven't heard already, we're going to have a panel of SMD family members from conscious slaves to aliens to everybody to kind of talk about just about their life, maybe, or maybe outsiders can ask questions of them. But a whole panel of us are going to be up there, not just me. So you guys can talk to other SMD family members that you might see in the comments, like Cosmic and Andre, Hyphy, Nicer. These are original SMD family members that you want to get in, maybe information, me. But Christmas Eve, 6 p.m. Eastern time, okay? 6 p.m. Eastern time, Christmas Eve. And shout out to Hyphy for having just bringing that up to do that. I thought that was an awesome idea. I'm looking forward to doing it. And I reached out to Andre, and he said he's cool with that. And like I said, Hyphy's going to make the announcement in the Discord server. I hope Cosmic can make it. I hope you can, Cosmic. I know it's short notice, but I know the members love to talk to you too. And I want some of you younger SMD family members too, in your 20s and your 30s. I want those guys. I want the people to come into the channel to be able to talk to you guys, because you know how slaves think math has something to do with age when it doesn't, right? So seeing that I'm 51, people like he's old. He of course he thinks like that. I want them to hear from SMD family members in their 20s and 30s and 40s too, to understand that math, it has nothing to do with my age, So I'm looking forward to that. Hold on for a second. Let me get some drink here. Now I'm gonna put a link up here. If you guys got some questions on this subject, especially if you're new. I really want some new people that I haven't seen before. Come up here and ask me some questions. Maybe what should they do? Why am I saying? Why do I say slave? Uh, why do I think $600 is not a lot of money or whatever? I don't know. Any questions that you want to ask me? Okay. Now there's the link. You don't have to get on camera. You don't have to get on camera. You can just. Oops, did I push something? You don't have to get on camera. You can just use your voice. But if this is you and you're actually waiting on that $600, I strongly suggest you click on the link and try to figure out, so we can help you figure out why you looking forward to that $600, why you need it. Why? Maybe you're in a situation to thinking, you lost your job. That's the only skill you had. What are you going to do now? Things of that nature. You probably lost. All you got to do is get out of debt and believe in yourself, because a lot of people, most of the slaves, they don't really understand. But now remember, if things look bad, there's always an opposite. There's always a financial opposite. So just like there's negative 5,000, there's positive 5,000. Everything is in financial math. Everything has an opposite. Okay, all you got to do is believe in yourself. Believe it or not, right now is the best time to fight. If you were like deep in debt, put it this way. This is my rule of thumb, and this is why. Chapter 7 bankruptcy stays on your credit report for 10 years. Okay, 10 years. Now I want you to add up all your debt and say to yourself, is it going to take me longer than 10 years to pay this off? If the answer is yes, I strongly suggest you go get a lawyer and file for Chapter 7 bankruptcy today, tomorrow, this week. If it's going to take you, and if you're probably thinking, well, I still got student loan debt. You pay off all your debt, you get a job. Now all your money can go to the student loan debt to pay the student loan debt, because that's the only way you can pay off student loan debt. You got to get a job. Okay, you got to work. You got to somehow earn money to pay it off. There is no other way out of student loan debt. There is no other way. You're right, Mike. It doesn't change anything. Money, currency of any form is an illusion to you, slaves. You guys got to understand that it doesn't exist. Everything I'm saying is right in your face. None of what I'm saying is hidden. This is what I want you to do. Okay. This is I'm gonna give you a little crossover out of the step your foot out the debt matrix. Okay. If you have $100 in your pocket right now, I want you to hold it in your hand. Okay. And then hold that $100 in your hand. I want you to see it and feel it. Okay. And then I want you to Google, just throw and say, how much does it cost to make $100 bill? You're gonna come up with a link that's gonna lead you to the government website. Then I want you to go see how much it costs to make $100 bill. It costs 16.9 cents to make $100 bill. And then I want you to ask yourself, why do I believe this bill is worth $100 when it clearly says it's worth 16.9 cents? I want you to answer that question to yourself. If it costs 16.9 cents to make, why do I believe it's $100? Because you live in the debt matrix. That's why. The government, they can come up with the central bank can come up with $1,000 bill and say it costs 20 cents. Say like it costs 20 cents to make, a little bit more than 100. It costs 20 cents. 20 cents to make $1,000 bill, and then they scribble some ink on it, says 1000, hand it to you and says worth 1,000. Do you believe it's 1,000? I guess it's 1,000. Cosmo says, LJ, how long do you think that $600 check will stay in people's hands? It's already gone, Cosmic. As soon as they announced that the stimulus money is going to be coming, people were saying, you got to remember how slaves think. They immediately started, okay, what is the date today? 22nd? Now they have 3 more days to get Christmas gifts because this is how they think. Damn, wow, the $600 comes and then I'm gonna get $600 for my kid. That means I'm gonna get $1,200. So let me go Christmas shopping right now, and by the time the check comes, I'll have the money to pay to put back on the credit card. But what they already know, slaves not gonna take that whole $1,200 because by time it comes around, the checks come around, something else is gonna pop up and they're not gonna do it. That's planned. That's all planned. Shout out to FIC for the $2 super chat. Thank you, sir. Greetings, LJ. Thank you. Appreciate it. You know, it really I ain't gonna lie, man. When you late 20s, early 30s, man, you guys be coming on this knowledge, coming onto this knowledge that I'm giving you, man. I'm almost jealous. You know why? Because if I knew this in my 30s, you guys don't even get it. If I knew this in my late 20s and 30s, I would have been a multi-millionaire by now. Multi-millionaire. Easy. This, I want to reiterate this. What I know is a financial fucking superpower. I can prove everything I'm saying. I can even prove that it's a superpower. It's like X-ray vision. It's like, I swear to God, I feel like Morpheus. I used to think I was Neo, but the followers have convinced me that I feel like Morpheus. I do. It's crazy. I feel like I'm holding the red and blue pill in my hand and say, hey, man, you take this red pill, you'll be free. If you keep taking that blue pill, you're going to die a slave. It was gone as soon as they agreed to spending on whatever they chose. It's been gone, Hyphy. They were just waiting. They're just waiting for it to approve. Cool. Hey, check out Amazon. This is what I want you guys to do. And maybe I'm wrong because I don't watch the stocks, but somebody tell me this that watches the stocks. As soon as they announced the stimulus check, did Apple stock rise? Did Amazon stock rise? That's what I want you guys to tell me. Did their stock rise as soon as the announcement? Because people start clicking away. They start spending. They already start spending the money before they get it because they know it was already approved. Who watches stocks, man? Somebody go look at the Apple stock. See if it and the Amazon stock. See if it took a spike. What's up, Hellfighter? Dave Bourne says, me too, LJ. This is valuable information that will make you money if you listen and follow the math. Man. And this is what I'm saying to each and every one of you youngsters, okay? In your late 20s, even earlier, but late 20s, early 30s, all mid 30s, because 30s is not old, okay? Don't fall for, if you're in your late 20s, you're about to hit 30, and you're like, oh my God, I'm feeling old. That's bullshit. Don't worry about that. That's an illusion too. Don't worry about that, right? When you guys come multimillionaires, I want $1 million. Okay, you're gonna have 10 and 20. You can give me one. That's all I ask for. I just ask for 1 million of those dollars. Okay, you know it's worth it. You know the information that I'm giving you is worth way more than $1 million. But when you have multiple millions of dollars, I'm asking for one. Okay, because you know you're gonna make 20 more after that. Okay. Okay, pinky swear. Thank you, Hellfighter. That's how I feel like, Nick. I feel like Morpheus. I really do. I might be Morpheus for I think I'm you know what I think? I'm gonna be Morpheus every year until I'm dead on Halloween. That's what I'm gonna do. Every year they're gonna say, LJ, why are you always dressed up as Morpheus? Hey, you making car payments? Yeah, that's why I'm Morpheus. LJ, every year you come as Morpheus. Aren't you gonna switch up? Are you a homeowner? Yeah, you got a mortgage? Yeah, that's why I'm Morpheus. They're gonna say, what? Because you have a mortgage and you think you're a homeowner. That's why I'm Morpheus. Apple stock did rise, LJ. I don't have Apple products, but I own the. See what I'm saying? Don't you guys see this? Don't you guys see this? It's obvious. This is obvious. Mike Williams says money is a tool. You have to make it work for you. People have a $1,200 iPhone and can't make $1,200 up. Sure can't. Especially if you have a $1,200 iPhone that you're making payments on. Only slaves make cell phone payments. I don't give a shit what it is. LOL, it actually did rise. Well, duh. It's pretty obvious to me. And hey, check this out. I'm not giving any stock advice. I don't even invest. I'm just telling you what I see. Soon as they make the announcement, slaves start spending. You better believe Amazon stock is about to go through the fucking roof. Why? Because they're in the ideal place. You can't go out anywhere. You're pretty much stuck at home, and people just order. Once they announce that money is being made, you better believe Amazon stock is going to go through the fucking roof. What's up, FIC? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. I don't hear no voice. You're on mute.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, LJ?
What's up, man?
Hey, I'm all right. How's things?
I'm good, man. I'm on the mic, man. I'm doing what I love. You guys know that?
Yeah, but well, I just want to say, man, just keep doing what you're doing, man. You spreading the message. I've seen the audience, the people, the amount of people coming in is rising, which means that the growth is there, is really resonating with people, especially the people who wants to hear it. Good job.
I can't stop if I want to, man. But I appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Well, what I came on to speak about is I know I spoke to you before, and we talk about the getting in the debt matrix. But what I want to speak to you tonight about is how I came to your channel. I was in the debt matrix, and I have a mortgage, and it's like I know definitely it's not 30 years. It's not going to take me 30 years to pay that mortgage back. I know definitely, but I'm trying to figure out, well, how am I going to do that? And then so I start looking into velocity banking. And I was like, yeah, probably that's the way to do it. Yeah. So I start doing my research, and I get in there, and I was listening to what's his name, Mr. Rodriguez. Yeah, well, I'm a subscriber to his channel, and I'm listening to him and listening to what he's saying. It sounds really good, and I'm like, yeah, man, that I could do it in 8 years. Like, yeah, that's a good thing to follow. So here I am, I taking notes, went in there and went and get the that thing from the bank, when you get that revolving money.
A HELOC on your mortgage, you mean?
No, I didn't take the HELOC. I take the personal one.
Okay.
PLOC. Right. I take the PLOC. I took the PLOC.
All right.
Yeah.
Is it tied to your house? Is this loan tied to your house or something?
No, that one was personal. It was like about I think it's like 25,000.
Okay.
That was that's the one they give to me. So it so happened that I had made the first chunk, and for some reason maybe I was not satisfied, because the way how I set it up, it was paid off. Then I was supposed to make everything goes into the HELOC, then pay off the HELOC, pay off all the bills with the HELOC, and then do the revolving thing how they say it was going to work. But what happened is the bank limit me to the amount of money that I could have put into the HELOC from one account to the other, because it's different institutions, so they kind of limit me. And after that, I realized, well, instead of me having to pay pay for the light and pay for the gas and pay for all those other bills, maybe I should just pay an extra $2,000 into the mortgage. And it so happened that I don't know, I can't remember if it's the day after or the day before or 2 days after what, but it so happened that I came across your channel where it was LJ versus SavingsMinusDebt versus Velocity Banking.
Okay. Uh-huh. Oh, you came
And
across that video.
yes, and right
Okay.
there,
Gotcha.
and
Gotcha.
right there, it clicked. What I was thinking, just put whatever extra money you have towards the principal. Just as how I was saying it, just that's the same thing you said. When I really went through that video and what you were saying and what Denzel was saying, and after I did the calculation, you would have saved. I would have saved if I had went with what Denzel was saying. I would have. Yes, I would have. I would have. It would have been accelerated, but in the end, I would have paid like about. I think it's like about $10,000 more than me just putting everything that every extra money that I made and put towards the
Yes.
principal.
Yep.
I would have finished the same time and save $10,000.
Yes. Because you can't. Okay, let me simplify what velocity banking is. Okay, I'm gonna simplify it. It's the bank's way of selling you a shovel to dig your way out of debt.
Definitely.
They say here's a shovel, and they're gonna charge you a finance fee. Now dig your way out of debt.
Right. And the thing is, you pay them for it.
Yes, it's not free. There is no other way out of debt. There is no other way out of debt. The only way you can do is pay you. The only person that can do it is you.
Is you. That's right.
I'm glad he clicked. So tell me this: when you watched that video, what was it that I said that made it click with you? What was it?
But LJ, well, it's just the title. I think it's just the title alone that make SavingsMinus. Just the title.
I love it. I love it. I love it. No, just be honest. Like, okay, cool. It's the title. All right.
Yeah. It was just the title because the moment time I saw the video, I was something just right instantly. Something just click on. That what I was looking for. Just click on. Because even though I went with Velocity Banking, I had doubt when especially when I couldn't do the full extent of how Velocity Banking is supposed to work. Is when I had that limitation, I had that give me the doubt. And the moment time I saw your video pop up, instantly it just click on. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. No, I'm here. I just forgot to click the mute. You know what? Velocity banking. Okay, put it this way. Velocity banking is for people that absolutely refuse to trust mathematics. They refuse to believe. They believe there's some way around the laws of mathematics. They believe there's some other way when the laws of mathematics cannot be broken ever. That's what velocity banking is for. People that have given up on ever paying off the debt themselves.
Yep. Well, I hope not just hearing it from you, but hearing it from somebody who's been through the velocity banking situation. I hope they will understand that velocity banking is probably going to get you to the end date, but it's going to cost you.
Well, even with that, even if somebody tries to say something about velocity banking, you got to think in your mind, they don't trust math. So are you going to argue with somebody that don't trust math? It's a waste of your time. You look like the idiot arguing against somebody that don't trust math. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. I mean, like I said before, the debt matrix is a powerful thing. It's powerful.
You're powerful. I mean, are you close to being debt free, or what's your plan?
I'm not that close because it's a substantial amount, but I know is attached to feelings, which I'm trying to work with, because I'm in the area which is kind of quiet and is peaceful.
Well,
So
step one is that you realize, even you saying the words, okay, I want you to understand something. Even you saying, hey, I know it's attached to feelings, that's a step to the right direction, because millions of people don't know it's attached to feelings. And you just acknowledge that you see it. That's step one. That's don't take that, don't make it look like that's not a big deal. That's a huge deal. That's a huge deal.
Got you. Yeah, well, I'm definitely, I have a plan for it. I mean, I already I'm whole body into it. Everything that I make sure that this goes towards the principle. I'm making sure that I'm shooting on the principle as much as I can, as hard as I can. Yeah.
What?
Because
it's in you now, man. You can't. It's too late. It's inside you now. You can't stop now. It's too late. You got the bug now. You're gonna get over
yeah, definitely.
It's too late. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm going hard at it. Basically, I'm seeing it because you know, I used to try to think about doing other investment, but I'm seeing this as the first and the only investment right now, because technically it's like I'm investing in myself right now.
I like
with
to
that,
hear that.
with that, yeah, with that. Yeah, so pretty much that's it. I'm hitting it really hard. Hopefully in the next 5 years or so, I'm probably gonna tell you, hey, LJ, well, I'm above zero.
All right, that's what I want to hear, man. I'm gonna be right here too. 5 years from now, I'm gonna still be here.
But don't think that I forget you to book the because there are other stuff that I would like to hear from you. But it's just that for now I'm serious and strictly focused and knocking that thing out. I mean, I have a plan for it there, but I'm definitely gonna get in touch with you. Maybe next year. I'll get in touch with you.
Put it this way. If I see when you're ready, you'll know it. Okay. Don't even try to put a time limit on it. This is how it's gonna come to you. It's just gonna come to you. You'll know when you're ready. I promise you.
Okay. Yeah, I think so too, because just like how SavingsMinusDebt came to me, I got to tell you, man, I've been searching every day, man. Every day, I used to be like, there is no way I'm gonna take 30 years to pay that house out. I used to say that every day. Well, maybe not every day, but every time I would say that. There is no way. There is no way it's going to take me 30 years to pay back that house.
Right.
No way. Until well, like I said, velocity banking, and then the moment time I saw SavingsMinusDebt, that was it. That was it.
Man, that was it. That humbles me, man. I really, you know what? That means a lot, because that when I came up with that name, FIC, man, it clicked with me, just like the way it's clicking with you. As soon as I said it, I was like, that's it. That's it.
That's it. Light bulb turn on.
When I went to go get the domain name, and I was the only person that got this SavingsMinusDebt.com in the whole world.
Right.
I was the only one to come up with it, because I got it. Crazy. That's how I knew it was it.
Yep. Is it? Is it, LJ? And one thing I want to ask: what do you think about timeshare? Because that was something that came across me one time, and it didn't make sense to me.
For slaves.
Okay. Yeah, it didn't make sense to me when it came across to me. Like, they tried to get me into timeshare, and I was like,
yeah, they share because they can't buy it. That's why they're sharing.
Yeah.
So when you have money, you don't have to share anything. You just buy it.
There you go.
Okay, I don't want to share. I'm gonna buy it. Now I don't have to share.
Got you.
See, they said right. It's always in the name. Slaves just can't hear it. Hey, what do you think about timeshare? Only slaves share. I don't want to share. It's mine.
Yeah. And back then, I'm talking about probably 10 years ago. They come to me with that, and I was like, that doesn't make sense. It didn't make sense to me. Sure, when it's going to end, it's never going to end. Almost like you're always paying.
Don't do no timeshare. That's for slaves.
Yeah.
They get tied up in there and they can't get out. They be stuck.
Yep. All right, man. LJ, man. Hey, keep up the good work, man.
I will. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All the best. Yes.
SMD fan. Can you hear me? SMD fan, you there? Hello. You're on mute. If you're talking, you're on mute. I'll give you a few minutes before you get up there.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hey.
Hello. Okay, I'm hearing myself. I'm not sure. You probably have to put it on mute. I'm not sure if you got the actual live broadcast in the background, so it's popping up. So you got to put that on mute when you come on. See that FIC? Other SMD family members, we can hear when you're going in the right direction. We can hear you. So good job, man. Oh, let's see. Hellfighter says 1 million. I promise. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, man. I figure if you got 20, you can give me one. You will have 19 million left, right? You just give me one. I'll take your scraps. This is what I want you to do. When you give me that million, when it's time for you to give me that million, I'm gonna come up to you and say, hey man, can I get that million? I want you to say just like that. Hey man, go in the glove box in my car and go grab your million. It's in there. It's in the car. Right next to the ashtray. All right, so I got 1 million from Hellfighter, 1 million from Nick. All right, I'm getting rich already. I'm getting rich. Not even signed yet. It's already gone. Already gone. Oh God, I know. It's TV payment. If you're making payments on the TV, you're gonna be a slave until you're dead. Okay. All right. I know when you walk in the. Why do you think? Check this out. Why do you think they set those TVs up there in Costco like that? Why do you think they set those TVs? Why do you think Costco moved from the American Express to a regular credit card so they can get some more money? The rise since March has been about stimulus. Smart money is pulling it out. See, people already know. I'm not okay. Andre's talking alien. I'm not gonna get into that on this side. I'm not. John Gilly says, you got it. I will give you 1 million when I make multi-millions record. Okay, I got 3. And like I said, I want all you guys to pull up in whatever car you guys get and say, hey, L, go look in the glove compartment of that car and go grab your money. It's right in there. And I come across, hey man, it was 1,100,000. Oh yeah, keep the change. Cosmo says, be careful with velocity bank. As Andre said banks have been calling in HELOCs with the quickness. They are not playing with the weird. Hey man, they check this out, slaves. I want you guys. Okay, velocity banking people. Okay, listen. I want you to listen closely. The banks can see your credit report. You think you're doing something new? You're not doing anything new. All the slaves are doing it. When you do, put it this way, also, like I said, scammers, when the ripping off, stealing from people, that's going to go rampant here pretty soon, okay? Whatever you're doing, do you think you're the only one doing it? All you slaves do the exact same financial scams. You do the same tax. You guys all do the same type of tax fraud. You guys just think you're doing something different because you're an individual. You guys are all doing the same thing. It's just a matter of time before they get you. You think this is the problem with the slaves. You guys think because they don't catch on to you about 3 or 4 years or 5 years, you've been getting away with the same shit, right? They're just letting you bury yourself. If you get away with tax fraud for 5 years, I promise you, you are fucking buried. And then when they come knocking on the door, there is nothing, absolutely nothing you will be able to do about it but pay the penalties or fees or go to prison. What's your choice? Pay penalties, fees, or go to prison. Guess what? They're going to own you for the rest of your life. Dave said you're supposed to hear it. The aliens were speaking to you. What's up, Bryce? Hyphy says, do your real life homework and find out just how difficult it is to get a HELOC or personal loans these days. Accelerated banking is not as easy as it appears. I know there's multiple. There's accelerated, velocity. I want you guys to know that's why they always use those fancy, fast names. Quick. They're always quick names. Velocity, Excel. They're always quick. Nothing's quick. Is math fast? If I say this is when you hear names like this is what I hear when I hear velocity banking or Excel or all these other crazy fast names. I go, this is what it sounds like. 1 + 1 = 2. 1 + 2 plus 1 + 2 plus 1 + 2 = 3. Doesn't matter if I say it fast. If I came up to you and used math very fast, you would look at me weird. You'd be like, why are you saying that fast? I don't get it. Why are you saying that 1 + 1 = 2? Why you got to say it so fast? I don't. Keep pounding. Hey, man, keep pounding it down. Don't don't do that. I don't want to share my time. Exactly. I don't want to share my time, especially with strangers. Please don't do it. You have no control of vacation property. You may even have to ask permission to use it, even though you see that's only slaves do that. I remember when I was in the debt matrix, and every time I go to Vegas, like when you go to Vegas, they really try to sell you timeshares there in Vegas. I mean, they'd be going, come free dinner, you get free this. If you just come here, get some free lunch. Why is everything free? They're trying to get you there to come do some times. That shit never made no sense to me. I was like, okay, wait a minute. On vacation, because slaves, you guys don't even really understand. You guys work 40+ hour work weeks, 40+, 50, 60 hours. When are you going to have time to use a timeshare at a specific date and time that they specify? You're not. You're just going to be paying until you're dead. Timeshare, don't do it. Heard horror stories. I mean, it's not. I mean, it sounds like it, but it's not. It's legal. Okay, it's legal. I'm not sure. I saw you come on, but you didn't. I don't know what happened. Even if you pay fees and penalties, you might still have to do some time. I mean, it counts on the amount of fraud that you did, because you can imagine. Okay, listen to this. I could help IRS. I mean, I don't know. It's like this. I don't know. Okay. First, it would be very difficult. I guarantee you there's different levels to IRS agents, okay? I guarantee you this. There's IRS agents that are in debt that are IRS agents, okay? That's one level, okay? That's once they probably be those IRS agents probably just go by the rules and they just do this and do what they're told or whatever. Okay, this person does this. If they hide money here, you do that. And then there's a level of IRS agents who are debt free. I guarantee you this. I guarantee you that that's a different level. I guarantee you those IRS agents that know what I know, they're at the different level. They're at the higher. They're at the big people that steal millions, because we know that there is no difference. They just stole more money, so they're going to be a bigger example. Because the people that steal money at the $1 million level, those guys have to be stopped with the quickness, because if they let those scammers get away with the slaves will catch on. They'll be like, hey, wait a minute, why is that guy getting away with all that money and we can't get away with this? They got to stop that. They use those guys as examples to keep the slaves in line. If they want to start stealing money or start avoiding, because you guys don't really understand that once you get out of debt, you will truly see the true purpose of taxes. That's the backbone of the whole economy. If you were not forced to pay taxes, you would not participate. Because put it this way, if they said, hey, yeah, tax evasion is illegal, but you won't get no you won't go to prison for it. Say like that. You won't go to prison for it. How many people you think will start doing tax evasion? It won't be no big deal if they just get a fine or whatever. It'll go through the roof. The taxes are the backbone of the whole. It would not work if that wasn't in place. If people were not forced to participate, it would not work. Once you get out of debt, you will clearly see there is absolutely no reason to do tax evasion. There's no reason for it. There's no reason for it at all. I promise you, there's no reason. Think about it. Think about it. Tax evasion, you're not killing anybody, you're not hurting anybody, it's not a violent crime, people are not dying over it. Why? But you can go to prison. You got to take a step back and say, why do I go to prison for a nonviolent crime? Because there's something there that you're not seeing. The reason why you can go to prison is to show you that it's a very important major piece of the economic puzzle. It's the backbone. People are scrambling like Michael Vick over those stimulus checks. What's up, Dark Man? What's going on, man? Now I'm going to put this link up here one more time. We're going on almost 2 hours. We got about 10 minutes before the 2 hour mark. If nobody comes up, that's what we're getting off in 2 hours. I'm not going to be going on forever. I want you guys to, let me put this up here. If I didn't at all already, 1 second here, I am going to, I've been invited to come on a panel. Let me put the link in here and I'll put it in the description of the video when I get a chance. Oh, excuse me. Let me put this up here. It's for you guys tomorrow, 6:30 Eastern time. I've been invited to participate on a panel called the Rise and Grind Show. And I'm gonna put the link in here now. And I hope you guys can all join it. If not, go over there and set the reminder. You catch it tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. It's about an hour show. You know, I'm not sure. Each of us are. Let me see. Let me see how many of us are there. It looks like it's going to be 5 of us. So I'm assuming that, you know, we probably get a 20 minutes time, 15, 20 minutes time exactly. So there's the link. Go hit the reminder button and hit the like button and catch the show. I appreciate your support. Khalib says, what's your thoughts on a secured credit card? Okay, that is a great question. Okay. Secured credit cards are for slaves. Okay, so now I want you to close your eyes and I want you to picture this. Okay, this is what a secured credit card. First of all, number one, they use the word secure to help a slave think that it somehow has something to do with security of something. Okay, that security of you, maybe, I don't know, but that has them saying secured credit card. I have no idea why they're even using that word, but to you, I understand, right? So this is how secure credit cards work. Say like you were looking to, you got to be approved. That's just crazy. You got to be approved for a secure credit card. That makes no sense to me. But anyway, so say like you want the purpose for you getting a secured credit card, at least in your mind, you're thinking, I want to improve my credit by getting a secured credit card. So this is what you're doing, okay? Say like you want a $500 a secure credit card. You take $500 in cash in your hand. You go out and work for it. You earn it. You cash your check. Take out $500. You take that $500 to the bank. You hand that money to the bank, and the bank hands you a piece of plastic with your name on it. For $500, they hand you a piece of plastic. So you take that piece of plastic, and then you go spend that same $500 that you gave them, but you spend it through them. So they take that $500 that you gave them, and then they loan that money out to other people at a ridiculous interest rate. Not only do they loan that money out to other people, they charge you for your own money. They charge you a percentage rate to spend your own money. All for the privilege of them saying to the credit bureaus, hey, credit bureaus, this person paid us back his own money on time. you say like you were late on a payment to paying back your secured credit card. They charge you a penalty for paying your own money back late, on top of the interest that they're charging you on your own money. Secured credit cards are for slaves. Don't ever get one. Oh yeah, hey Hyphy, you know he's gonna be. He's already talking right. He's already speaking the language. Okay, FIC ain't going nowhere. You can't just stop. You can't just come over here and be like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm gonna go back to being a slave. And no, once you cross over, that's it, baby. All right, if you got any more questions, you got about 6 minutes. Okay, you got 6 minutes, more questions, 6 minutes. Imagine how many slaves go to prison for money that doesn't even exist and has never existed, and you go give up the only thing that exists is the time in your life. That's the only thing. And you go to prison over money that never existed in the first place. I couldn't even imagine this. Okay, check this out. This is what sometimes I'll be thinking about this. Sometimes, what if sometimes I imagine if I was still in the debt matrix and I committed IRS tax evasion and I'm in prison, okay, for it. All right, I did some serious tax evasion and I got 10 years in prison for it. And then I wake up in prison. And then I realize the money that I thought existed, that I thought I stole or thought I took or whatever, never existed in the first place. And I wake up and realize this in prison. You know how that would feel like I would be in double prison. That would make me feel like I'm in maximum, even though I would probably be in general population, it would still feel like I'm in maximum prison the maximum prison the whole time. Because I kid you not, once you wake up and you see that money doesn't exist for slaves, you're going to be very, very upset at yourself. Shout out to I'm Set Apart, $4.99 super chat. Oh, and shout out to Xavier for the Cash App donation. Thank you, sir. Sorry about that. I just grabbed my phone. Appreciate that very, very much. And here is my Cash App for you guys to know. And there, if you guys want a consultation, it's scrolling there at the bottom, okay? I know. Oh, thank God, Underground, please. And I'm not even, hey, man, and Khalib, I'm not even talking about you because I had a secure credit card once, okay? I was in the debt matrix, so I had one. I bet you when I applied for the secure credit card, I bet you those bankers was laughing all the way to the bank. Oh, man, you got to get, and you know what's so crazy? They say you got to get approved for a secure credit card. You got to get approved. Approved for what? You bring the money. That's all the proof. That's all the approval the bank needs is you got the cash. Yeah, okay, that's it. You're approved. He said, getting out of debt soon. Thanks, LJ. You are welcome, sir. I want you guys, hey, man, I feel like Morpheus right now. I want you guys to all feel like Morpheus, man, men and women. I always say, hey, check this out. I always say women that get this knowledge, like dudes already be like after the coochie all the time, right? They do just do crazy stuff just to get the women to sleep with them, right? Can you imagine a woman with this type of knowledge on top of knowing that they can get men with sex and bodies or whatever, right? On top of that, have this type of knowledge. Oh man, you don't even get it. They would, whoever she will. I mean, if they use this power for the bad, okay, all right. Not saying that every woman that gets this superpower, they're going to use it for bad. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that not. I don't know how to describe it, man. It'd be killer. Underground says, would it make mathematical sense to start with a supplies business or delivery business after being debt free? Oh man, no, it would be smart to start any business after you're debt free. Okay, that's step 2. First, get debt free. First, you get the business of you in order by getting debt free. And then to remain free, you must start a business. You must start a business. And if you're debt free, if you get the business of you in business and you start a business, I promise you, you will do your business finances right. You will. You'll know exactly what type of loans to get. You'll walk in the bank and say, hey, I want a business loan. They're going to say, what kind? You say the absolute best one you have here. That's the one. That's the only one I'm going to, you walk in and say, that's the only one I'm going to accept. The absolute very best business loan you have to offer at this bank. That's the one I want. That's the only one I'll accept. What are the requirements? August 20th, $120,000 in debt. December, $113,000. Wow, debt in progress. Congratulations, Live. That's big progress, man. $113,000 for your freedom papers. I always use my powers for good. I try to stay in the, try to stay in the light because who knows stay in the light because who knows what I'll do in the dark. Right, see? Because it can be used. Put it this way, it can be used in a bad way, but legally. Okay, because people that understand money, you're not going to risk. Let me make sure you guys understand something. I would never, ever, ever risk the time of my life for money. I would never do that. I would never, anything. If somebody came, hey man, you should try to do this. I'll be like, is it illegal? Yeah, then I'm not doing it. They're going to say, why? I can go to prison for that. That's the time of my life. I'm not risking the time for green pieces of paper. Hell no, I'm not doing none of that. Embrace the dark, being a ninja and all. I embrace, you know what? I embrace the dark. That's why I be on this mic talking to you guys. All right, man, we're gonna wrap this up. It's 2 hours. My voice is tired. Thank you for participating today. Don't forget, check the Discord server. Hey, Hyphy, can you throw the Discord server up in the comments, or one of you guys, some SMD family, jump on the Discord server. Again, we're going to Christmas Eve, 6:30 Eastern time. It's going to be me and other panelists of SMD family members. And those SMD family members that want to join this, please tell us in the Discord server. Talk to myself or Hyphy up over there so we can know who's going to be what or whatever, right? I want a whole bunch of us up there. And I know StreamYard can put a whole bunch of people up there now. Okay. So please, and don't forget tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Join if you can join the again, I'm gonna be on a panel, and the title of the panel is called I See Debt People, which I made up. Is debt driving your career choice? And I can tell you right now, it is for most people. Okay. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Jump on that Discord server. Shout out to Hyphy for setting that all up for a place for SMD family members to congregate, to share information, and to share information with other people that have questions, not only from just me. There's different levels to this game. Okay. Again, I consider myself an ant on this side, but I'm a big ant. Okay. I'm not a small, tiny ant. I'm a big ant, but I'm still an ant. Okay. There's other people that SMD family members that are at different levels than me. Okay. I'm just starting. I know I sound like the way I sound on the mic, but this is just the basics. You got to, step one, you have to trust math when it comes to finances. If you don't, you cannot talk to other people. They're not going to talk to you, especially people at higher levels than me. They're not talking to you. If you don't trust math, they're not talking to you. Yeah, go ahead, Khalid. What's going on? What's the question? You sure you don't want to come up and just ask? You can come up on the mic and ask me. You don't have to get on camera. There's a link if you want to just jump up and ask, But go ahead. If you want to ask in the comments, I don't want to make you say you can't ask in the comments, but go ahead. And there's no limit on questions either. So you can ask. This is what I do. This is what I love. Let's see here. Okay. Try join mic. I'm not sure what you're saying there, but all right, man. You gotta either you can ask the question or come up, man. I'm already past the 2-hour mark. But as we wait for the questions, I'm reading. Sorry. Okay. All right, Khalid. What's your question, man? Anybody else got any questions before we jump off here? All right, let me see on the other side, because sometimes I can't see. The questions come in late on the StreamYard software. Sometimes it takes a minute to cross over to the StreamYard software, and sometimes you guys be talking and ask questions, and I don't really see it till later, because it's trying to come across it. Are you there, Khalid? Khalid, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, what's going on, man? Thanks for jumping on.
All right. So I'm in the car payment, right? I've been paying $750 for about 3 years now. $750 a month for about 3 years, and I checked, and I still owe $33,000 on this car. So I feel like I got a bad deal, bad loan, or thing. So what would you think to do to, like, should I keep paying or should I get out? Because I still owe $33,000 on it.
All right, let me ask you a couple questions. Okay.
Okay.
What kind of car is it?
It's a Jeep Wrangler.
What year?
2014.
Ooh.
And right now I'm at like 190,000 miles.
Oh.
When I bought it, I had 20,000 miles on it though.
How old are you?
28.
Okay. All right. What's your interest rate on there?
Damn. See, that's another question I don't know.
Okay. No, these are important questions. If the answers I don't know, I want you to say it, and I want you to say it so you can hear it. Okay. So you don't know. All right. How many months are you? How long is your plan? How many months you paying?
It supposed to been 36 months.
So the answers I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. All right. See, and this is not to make you feel bad. I want you to hear yourself say it. Okay.
Right.
This is what it. And now I'm gonna translate what you just said into outside the debt matrix. Okay. This is what it sounds like. If I asked you, "Hey, Khalid, what's 1 + 1?" and you responded with, "I don't know." That's what it sounds like.
Right.
When you don't know how many months you're paying and interest, and you're paying $750 for 3 years. $750. How much is your insurance?
My insurance is $150 a month.
You got the general?
No, State Farm.
Oh, okay. I was just checking. All right. Usually that ties together. That usually okay. I was surprised. All right. Anyway, this is what I think. How's your job situation?
It's good.
This is what I would say to you. Okay.
Okay.
I would stop. You got any money for another car?
No, not really.
You sound like you're so upside down in that car, you're never going to catch up. I would just let it go.
Okay.
I would let it get repossessed.
See.
So, all right. So if I do that, what my credit would do? Or
Who
do
cares? Who cares? You have no money.
Right. Okay.
See, I want you to hear yourself too. I want you to use, even though you have no money, you're still worried about your credit. See what I'm saying?
Right.
That millions of people do that. I would just you don't have any money, so just stop paying it. Let them tell them, clean it out, tell them where to pick it up, tell them you're not hiding it. It's right here to pick up. Come get it.
Okay.
And then you need to save up to pay a car in cash. You buy a $2,000 car in cash.
Okay.
And here's a very important part. You cannot care what your friends think about this decision because they're slaves. If they're making car payments and they're talking about your $2,000 car, you do not listen to them. They're slaves.
Okay.
You just zone them out. You say, if somebody say, "Oh man, why are you driving that old car?" You say, you got car payments? Yeah. You don't say another word. You just let them talk.
Okay.
Or if they try to say, "Oh man, look at that bucket," you say, "You making payments on that cell phone?" Yeah. Okay. Don't listen to them no more. They don't know what they're saying. They're making payments on a cell phone.
Right.
If you ever want, you're young, man. Let that car go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't think 30's old, because don't fall for that trick. When I was 28, I thought 30 was old. No, it's not.
Okay.
Not even close. You let that car go, you'll thank me for the rest of your life.
All right.
You'll never forget me, ever.
Damn. Okay.
They're going to say, "Hey, how about this? We'll suspend the payments and we'll do this," and they'll do everything for you to say, "Oh no, I'm going to pay it." You just say, "Nope, come get it."
Okay. The thing is that the reason I was scared to do that,
yeah,
because I had a co-signer. So,
oh God, that's different. Who co-signed for you?
My mom.
Oh man, God. Okay, hold up. That changed the whole game. You got a decision to make. Okay, this is different.
Okay.
If you do what I told you, you're going to ruin your mom's credit.
Okay.
So you can do one of two things, okay?
Okay.
Oh man. Yeah, that's different. Is your mom's credit good?
Yeah.
Is that a yeah? The way you said yeah, is
It's
that
like,
yeah?
It was better. It's better than mine. Yeah.
All right, this is what I want you to do, man. This is what I want you to do. This is important. I want you to call up whoever's holding your car loan. I want you to call up and I want you to get the exact amount that you owe and the exact interest rate you're paying and how long is this supposed to be. Okay. So you can see these numbers with your own eyes. Then that's going to help you make the decision, because when you see that amount of money, you're going to say to yourself, how long is it going to take me to pay off that amount of money? And then you'll know exactly what to do.
Okay. To get the number. Okay.
You'll know exactly what to do. Okay, hold up. Hyphy wants to talk to you. Go ahead, Hyphy. You got it.
Y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Walk one, Caleb. All right, so I just had to hop on real quick just to say a little thing to you about this situation, because I done been in a real similar situation before. Probably like 13 years ago, my mom's was the co-signer for my vehicle.
Right.
And yeah, I've been in a similar situation. Man just had a vehicle that was pretty much brand new, making way too far few dollars compared to what the vehicle really cost. And over my head, definitely wasn't worth nowhere near as much as what I was paying for it. And yeah, man, just eventually got repoed. Fall on hard luck. Yeah, the thing just get repoed.
Right.
And my situation, it wasn't by choice. It just got to a point and really couldn't afford the money. You live in paycheck to paycheck. First time you get laid off, you in a negative. Them collectors is calling you. It was if how do I want to say, it was like an embarrassing situation, more so just for the mom, because I got to go through my mom getting them phone calls from the dealers, the finance, the bank, you know, repo man coming true and all that. So yeah, from that aspect, it's embarrassing. But what I can tell you, it's so easy to bounce back from that, as far as like worrying about your credit and all that. Listen, you can get a vehicle repossessed. Them dealerships will still want you to come right back. You can go to the same dealership, literally. But as my man's LJ said, you don't even want to be financing a vehicle anymore. So I really wouldn't worry about the whole credit thing, because it's credit card companies. Everybody's still going to try to give you, loan you some type of money anyways. And the only thing that you should be trying to finance is a home.
Right.
So I wouldn't worry about the whole credit thing. Like me, I mean, I put it out there a few times. I have what you would consider excellent credit, yet I haven't used credit in like at least 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So the credit, it means nothing. And I have a great score. I would trade the points for money if I could. It means nothing.
Right.
So now that the issue you got, as LJ said, is just a thing with your mom and affecting her credit, that's a tough situation. Like I said, that was the only part that I was kind of embarrassed about, is that I had to mess up her situation as well. And that's the one that you're gonna have to think about what you want to do. And I would definitely have a talk with her, with your mom at least, because she probably understands the situation that you're in. And yeah, y'all just gonna have to sit down and have a just an honest conversation, and y'all go from there, decide whether you want to keep it or not. But yeah, that's what I would say to you. Somebody has been in the exact same situation, as far as your brethrens and the women and all that. Listen, that ain't going nowhere. And like LJ said, the ones that's you know, if they did criticize you, them lot are faking it also. So I wouldn't worry about that.
Right.
Don't worry about them things at all. That's just a small thing, boy. But yeah, just had that conversation with your mom, a serious conversation, to sit down, just you and her, and you just lay it all out. Because if it's somebody that you can be honest with, I'm sure it's your mother.
Right.
So y'all just have a conversation, tell her where you at, tell her, you know, an option that was laid out, presented to you, what you've been thinking, and y'all just go from there. If the mother situation wasn't in, I would have been told you by yesterday. Just run from that thing.
Okay. Right. Yeah, I guess that was the hard part. Like, dang, my mom, she just retired and everything too. So like, I don't know if I want to I don't know. So right.
Yeah, and see, your mom, she has to understand also. Like, she just retired. I'm not sure, you know, what her whole situation is, but as I'm telling y'all, getting a car repossessed and just that type of stuff is not like that's going to stop you from possibly getting another vehicle in the near future. Yeah, you might drop some credit points, but like I said, it's not going to stop you from financing something if you wanted to. But if she's retired, I'm guessing she might be situated in a home that she's going to retire in. She might not have anything to really look forward to financing coming up.
Right.
So like I said, all these specifics, you gotta yeah, you just gotta, you know, talk to her about them. Now my man's Andre Bizwa did throw a thing in the chat, refinance your mom out, which would basically remove her from any liability from the vehicle. You would take her name off of it, refinance it, if that's a possibility, and then you let the car get repoed. That's a good thing. That would work out best for you lot. I would see if you possibly could go that option.
Okay.
Can I ask him a question?
Yeah.
You done?
I hear. Go ahead.
Hello. Yes, I was wondering about like when it comes to like credit cleanup and stuff, because obviously I like wasn't properly taught like how to deal with credit. So my credit, I mean, it's not that great. It's like a 593, but it's really like them darn college student loans that's on there. So would you is like going to like someone like that is official, that's good like with credit repair, like that could take negative items and um like hard inquiries off your credit, is it worth it? Is that how like I would start like to go to fix it?
I got a personal experience with that, but I'm gonna let LJ, if you got something to say on that first, LJ, I'm gonna let you have the opportunity.
No, go ahead and tell her. Go ahead and tell her yours first, and then I'll tell her mine.
All right, well, relating to the story I just told about having a vehicle repossessed and all that, I know what it means to have a score lower than 590 or whatever you said.
Right.
Yeah, so honestly, the way I got to, I mean, not to brag, but I'm at like an 840 now. But the way I got there, I didn't have to use none of those credit services and all that. You could do everything that they could do, you could do for yourself.
Okay.
So you're literally paying somebody to do what you can do for yourself. And I don't believe in doing that. So hey, that's me. So that's what I would say to about the services. Now, of course, the whole student loan thing and all that. There's no way to get rid of student loans. You just gotta clean that up. I'm pretty sure you're aware of that.
Okay.
But yeah, there is some stuff that you can fix. Look up statute of limitations, because a lot of stuff falls off,
Okay.
and you don't want to reset that clock by trying to mess with something that's going to fall off. So it's a lot of stuff that it's a lot of stuff that you need to actually just like maybe talk behind the scenes, because you don't want to make the situation worse by trying to dig yourself out of debt.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That makes
You
sense.
do not, and just right now, the best advice I'll give you, if you get any calls or letters or anything, do not acknowledge that you are liable for any debts.
Okay. Yeah.
LJ, you got something on that?
All right. So this is what I'm gonna say to you. The only way to clean up your credit is pay your debt off.
Okay.
That's the only thing you want to do. You don't want to. The credit repair people are in debt too, and they're helping you, but you don't know that they're in debt trying to help you.
Right.
It sounds like help, but it's not.
Okay.
The only way to do it is pay off your debt. And usually, and this was what's crazy, a lot of people with bad credit don't know this, what I'm about to tell you, okay?
Okay.
You don't realize how closer you are to freedom than most people with high credit scores.
Okay.
The only thing that matters is who's closer to zero. So you with bad credit, you see somebody with a nice house and a nice car and a high credit score, you would assume that they have more money than you. But if you could see their credit report, not the credit score, because credit scores mean nothing.
Okay.
They would be hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt.
Right.
And you probably are just 10,000, 15,000, whatever, right?
Right.
You're clean log into your Credit Karma, see all your bills, put them in order, and pay them off. That's it.
Okay.
Then you won't care about credit no more. Credit is nothing.
Okay.
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 You don't need it. It's a tool.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Because when you credit is for people that need loans. When you don't have any debt, you have cash, and when you have cash, you can get everything you see for half price when you buy it from slaves because they're in debt. So if you want a nice car, say like there was a nice car you wanted, and the car cost $30,000, right? If you had cash, you could buy that same car for $20,000 from a slave.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stop thinking you need credit because you don't.
Yeah.
And you guys are young too.
Okay.
The younger you are to know this knowledge, you will be a millionaire.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you. Blessings.
No problem. What's up, Willie G? You got anything for Khalib or something for me?
Yeah. LJ, hey, good program. Most of the
Thank you,
time, I kind of ghost watch. Ghost watch
I
has
know.
been.
I see you. I see you out there.
Sometimes I comment. I want to thank you for what you do. Really, Caleb. Is it Caleb
Yes,
or Caleb?
it's Caleb.
Caleb. All right, Caleb. I was in your shoes in 2004. All right. Don't worry about credit. I don't care about credit anymore. And let me tell you something. In 2004, I was in the same boat you were in. All right. So I'm going to give you some inspiration today. I let my car get repoed. I was upside down. A year later, I did bankruptcy. All right. I
Okay.
chewed that one up for a good 7 to 10 years. Right. And what I mean by that is my credit was torn, but I didn't care. The freedom came because I can tell you today, I am debt free. I don't owe anyone. My house is paid for. I have 3 cars that are all paid for. They're not late model cars, but they're paid for. They're mine.
Right.
Last time I checked my credit, it was at 832. Doesn't matter. I just did it for curiosity. I don't care because I don't need credit. I'm no longer a slave. I'm free. It's the best I've ever felt. So I want you to know, don't be afraid. I know it's a little scary. I know some people will get in your ears and tell you, what are you doing? Do it. Do it. I did it. And today I am debt free.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Don't be scared. And your life is going to be much better. You don't need to be upside down. I was in your shoes. I would have still been there today. It's 16 years ago. I'm debt free right now, and I'm happy. So just a little inspiration, and just want to let you know, don't be afraid.
Thank you. I appreciate that because like when you said just get a $2,000 car or something like that, man, I was like, no, I ain't gonna do that. I gotta be in something nice. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to hold on to this Jeep.
You sounded like me when I was your age.
Yeah.
Just like me. I said the same thing at 28. Said the same thing. I can't have that. I can't have people see me in no bucket. Oh yeah, okay, whatever.
And then when you said y'all young, because every day we like, man, we finna be 30. We about to be 30. You know what I mean? So we just tripping like, dang, we you know what I mean? Like we not where,
Hey Caleb, my car's a 1999, a 2005, and a 2001. They're all paid for. They run great. They look good, and I'm debt free. And I'm happy. I don't have a chain around my neck.
Right.
So, just want to let you know.
Thank y'all. Y'all hit some real key points and some, and some real good topics.
That's my Caleb truck. I mean, that's my truck, Caleb. 1995.
Oh, there you go.
It looks good.
Now, does it look like a 1995?
It looks good.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm debt free. So anything that goes wrong with it, I just fix it with a new part. That's it. I got the money.
Yep. And it doesn't have the bank's name on the title.
Nope. Nobody's gonna come take it.
Right. Well, I appreciate this.
Yeah, man. You're welcome, man. Take this knowledge, man, and go into your 30s. I want you guys to go into your 30s and understand. Number one, like I said before, it's not old. Number two, you don't because these are tricks. Oh, we feel like we should be somewhere. We should have this. This is what I want you to eliminate. That anybody around you that think like they're above you, you ask these questions: are you making car payments? Do you have student loans? Are you paying a mortgage? They're not anywhere.
Right.
Okay.
It's the Instagram for me.
Huh? Oh yeah, that'll get you. Yeah, Instagram will trick you.
Yeah. You
don't fall for that trick.
You're like, dang, this their fourth trip this month.
It's a trick. Don't fall for that trick. They're, when you see their foot, they're paying for that fourth trip this month. They're gonna be paying it for 4 years.
Right. Okay.
Hey, OJ, thanks for letting me jump in.
Thank you, Willie. Man, I appreciate you jumping up here and telling your story, man. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. Both of you guys. Is that it, Caleb? You got okay, yeah, he's out there. Okay. Cool, man. All right, you guys, that's it. Thank you for the show. Thank you for everybody coming on. Much appreciated. Please, like I said, catch my thing for tomorrow. The collab I'm doing with him. I'm gonna post this link in there one more time. If you guys catch the show, it's tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. Got my hair cut and everything. I'm ready for it. All right. And then join the Discord server and join us on our Christmas Eve special with all the SMD family members. Everybody's going to be up here on the screen. You guys can talk to anybody, ask any questions, not just of me, because I know I'm pretty hardcore. Some people want to hear other stories, like Hyphy shared his story. Shoot, did I already forget? Willie shared his story. And other people will share their personal stories, so you don't have to hear just my direct response. You can, because a lot of like when you're young, your feelings are involved. You're like, oh man, how people feel about what I get that part's in there. Then you can talk to other family members that have also been through those same type of feelings and emotions, going through getting out of debt, paying off, cosigner, blah blah blah. Okay. All right. All right, so everybody have a wonderful, wonderful evening, wonderful Tuesday evening. All right, and I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow during the broadcast of this show. So have a good one. Later.